Do you know that we owe Ukrainians reparations for building and defending this nation? Oh, my bad. I meant to say Black Americans. Notice how there was not one study, not one hearing needed before sending billions of dollars to Ukrainians nor any other group. Yet, when the topic of reparations for descendants of American slaves is mentioned, we get told a motley of excuses. And I know some of you want to blame the Republicans, but it is for the Democrats that Black Americans vote 85 to 95%. And the Democrats have been complicit in their neglect of Black Americans as well. Maybe it's time we elect politicians that are actually going to fight for us. Maybe it's time we do something different, something better. Join me in getting us not just better, but the best. Join me in this fight. Thank you.
Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us.
If you're tired of being censored on social media, join 60s.net. It's Black owned, Black operated, and Black moderated, and we make sure it stays a safe space for us to talk about all things Black culture. We also got some cool gear like the FDM cotton crew neck, the Fearless Ancestors tee, hats, and more. Check us out at 60s.net.
Hey girl, why are you so sad?
I just got banned from Twitter again.
Should have been on 6zeros.net. Ah.
All right, all right, all right. We are here once again. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the beatzillapdx official show. I am your host, beatzillapdx officially. And this is, of course, our midweek report. And we are here for the first one of the year. So hopefully everybody is doing well. Hopefully everything is good. That was really kind of glitchy looking. What just went on there? All right, hopefully that's fixed. But as you're coming in, please like and share. Please like and share. If you could, that of course helps our algorithm here. And if you are new to this channel, please make sure you go ahead and subscribe, and hit the notification bell as well. Because anytime this broadcast goes live, or slouchy, anytime this broadcast goes live or uploads a video, you will be notified. So with that being said, welcome once again. And welcome to the new year. So a happy new year for all of you folks. Hopefully all is well, and hopefully all has been good and healthy and safe thus far. There's different things that's going on for different people everywhere. But, hopefully the family was good. So, a lot going on in the beginning of this year already. We are seeing a pivot of course, our so-called black leaders, our Congressional Black Caucus. They are already moving away from the conversation of H.R. 40, which they understood pretty much is a dead topic, and that happened January 1st. So now they are moving forward. I believe do I have that in here? Thought I had that in here. Well, I don't. But they're moving forward with trying to lift every black voice, black immigrant voice. Whoops, my bad. Yeah, that's how things are starting this year. Go figure. Not really surprised, because that's just how things tend to have been going in these past few years, especially with these Democrats. I just hope that our counterpart of our own community, the Black Biden sexuals, will finally wake up and realize that, hey, this is an issue, and this has long been a problem. We have to do something else. And now they're already looking at undermining our agenda as we speak. So go ahead and see who all is in the chat. Let's see what we got here. All right. We got B Mick in the house. One who cares. Cyberdyne 100, welcome. Kid Gravity Beyond, what's going on, my brother? Lady Effa, hello. Reginald Jeter, Black First. Judah Queen in the house. Hey, Tanya Zion. Project Leroy in the house. Nyan Beauty in the house. Hey, shout out to you, sister. And I'll be hitting you up too. See if can't get you on Friday. Dark skinned brother, what's going on? And the Black Zulus 773, peace, peace. Still my beats, Black First. Welcome, welcome. Yes, indeed. So let's get it going. Like I said, hopefully let me get that going. So let me give you this first little video here of the I guess outgoing chair of the Congressional Black Caucus. And she says something very interesting in here. I wonder if y'all gonna catch it. But check this out.
Be leading the House because of the sheer numbers and a slim margin. But the Congressional Black Caucus is as strong as ever. When you look at what we delivered, we'll continue to deliver. We were there through all the critical things that happened in the 117. And as we continue, Stephen Horsford will be a great chair. We will continue to fight for justice. Think about it. January the 6th, a Black man, a CBC man, chairing the January 6th commission. We now have Congressman Hakeem Jeffries, who could very soon, 2024, be our first Black man to be Speaker of the House. He has a track record. We will continue to lead. He's a strong Congressional Black Caucus member. Ketanji Brown Jack, CBC was there. Infrastructure, CBC was there to negotiate more than a one.
Yeah. Now, see, they are really good at rambling off their accomplishments that did not actually help our community, considering that that's what they're supposed to be there advocate for, right? So let's hear more.
$1 trillion contract. We were there with you, live town hall about the white supremacy and the insurrection on our Capitol. We'll continue to fight for justice. We were there with you during the George Floyd trial. CBC will not take a back seat to anyone. And as a matter of fact, I will be handing over a published tabletop book, Our Power, Our Message, that will document everything that we've done, and it will pass on to what Congressman Stephen Horsford, and I mind you, we still have 58 members of the Congressional Black Caucus, the largest in the history, and I was able to maintain that.
Did you hear what she had to say? She basically is saying that they won't be pushed aside. They won't be pushed out the way. Who they talking to? Are you? I hope you are catching that, because family, this means the grassroots. This is what they're talking about. They're talking about you. They're talking about me and the likes of others. This is what they're looking to do. I mean, we will not be pushed out of the way. What that mean? Let's hear that again. Yeah, what that mean?
Tabletop book, Our Power, Our Message, that will document every.
Yeah, hold on, let me go back a little more.
We were there with you during the George Floyd trial. CBC will not take a back seat to anyone. And as a matter of fact.
Now, who are they talking about taking a back seat to? Is there anybody out here that's supposed to be representing things for Black folks? So who are they talking about? One could probably guess that they are referring to us. And what they are saying is they are absolutely against the grassroots interest. And what they are showing you and trying to show the powers that be is that the powers that be's agenda is their agenda. And you're hearing it straight from the horse's mouth. And now I got this picture in here. Let me show you something real quick. This is what they're doing now. This is what they're doing now. They got a whole task force for that. Now, that's a task force, not a study. See, they got a plan of action, not a plan to study. All of a sudden, they can figure out a plan of action. Hope y'all catching that with these treasonous individuals.
I will be handing over a published tabletop book, Our Power, Our Message, that will document everything that we've done, and it will pass on to what Congressman Stephen Horsford, and I mind you, we still have 58 members of the Congressional Black Caucus, the largest in the history, and I was able to maintain that thanks to the fight. Thanks to the candidates that we have, we will continue to be the largest, the most powerful, and the strongest caucus in the Congress.
I guess. One of those dual meaning type of deals. Whatever. So tonight, we are going to kind of do one of those things where we hit a few things to kind of make a point. And tonight is definitely one of those nights. Let's see where I want to go first. You know, let's get this little story out the way first. Y'all saw the the video of that restaurant where the people went to go get the chicken, and the chicken was on the floor. The people had their shoes off. There was mice running around the joint. And this is what people come to our neighborhoods to do for us. And I was listening to, some of the people talking about it. Like, man, there's a lot of poor people and all of this that live around there. Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm most certain it is. And that's what they think of y'all. So, I mean, there's that to consider. That's what they think of you. There ain't no better way to know what a person thinks of you by what they will feed you and the conditions that they will keep your food in. I think that's a very telltale way to know. But with that being said, let's check this story out.
All right, this comes after a viral video showed chicken and fries and pans on the floor, a mouse walking around, and employees not wearing shoes. WRTV's Rachel Wilkerson was on scene while the Marion County Public Health Department shut it down.
Community leaders and residents say what happened here is a disgrace to the Far East Side.
Well, y'all selling people this food and
This viral video shows chicken and pans on the floor, employees without shoes, and mice inside this popular restaurant on 42nd and Post Road.
Look at this. Look at this.
The man exposing the conditions wants to remain anonymous. He says he was ordering a pan of chicken for his family on New Year's Eve and was disgusted by what he saw.
Okay, what do you want now? I don't want nothing.
This stuff was inhumane. What we seen on that video was unethical. There was no integrity, no morals.
The video outraged Far East Side residents and city county councilors.
We eat this place. We feed the community this. When less fortunate people are homeless, we come in here and we buy this food and we think we're giving them something of quality. And that was disgusting and broke my heart to hear mothers crying on the phone saying they feed their children this.
Since the video has surfaced that people have been sick, no one knew the level of horrible conditions that we are being served.
According to the Secretary of State's website, the establishment is registered as SDN Market, but signage and the restaurant's voicemail say Jordan's Fish and Chicken. The restaurant sits in Lakeisha Jackson's district. How popular is this restaurant?
It's pretty much popular because they also take EBT. And like I said, it's one of the few restaurants, if you look around in the area it's a food desert. Whether it's a grocery store or able to go to a restaurant that's in walking distance on public transportation, it's one of the few in the area. So whether they're forced to or popular by demand, it's where people like chicken and fish, and it's where they go to.
The Marion County Public Health Department tried to...
Mind you, that's a politician. That's their local politician speaking. She over there talking like she doesn't belong in that community. It's like, this is your district, ma'am. There's no plan. Okay, you're telling us this is a food district. How are you still comfortable being in this district without doing something about that? See, this is where that representation matters madness has done our community in. You are only being represented if your interests are being represented. And this woman clearly is not. You understand what I'm saying? This ain't cool. This ain't cool at all. You know, change the screen. Good grief. All right. I see we got a super chat. If I could get that on the screen, there we go. Dark skinned brother, thank you very much for the super chat, man. Got the super sticker. Thank you for the super sticker, brother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Victory. Absolutely, man. I appreciate that, brother. So peace, power, blessings, and protection be upon you and yours. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So let's get back to this nasty madness. I mean, this is gross. You got pans of chicken on the floor. How do you feed people this and feel comfortable? Well, I'll tell you what, that means that these people have definitely no respect for this community. So I hope y'all are taking that message to heart here. Because I don't know, y'all might have one of these type of spots in y'all neighborhood.
Inspect the business this morning. The restaurant was closed with no employees in sight. Because of a large amount of grease poured outside of the restaurant and health concerns, inspectors temporarily shut down the business.
We want it completely shut down.
Right.
We want it out of our community because that violation coming up to code will never change your integrity and the morals of what we seen in that video.
Jackson is fed up with people taking...
And just like Project Leroy said, and again, thank you for the super chat, brother. Project Leroy said her paperwork needs to be checked. I'll say, because brother, I mean, she sat there just way too calm, like, yeah, well, this is just where people go and eat. I mean, you know, that ain't cool, ma'am. What's the plan? What's the plan here? Peace, power, blessings, and protection be up on you and yours, brother. Blueberry Muffins in the house. I see you, sister. And Afro Elite in the house. What is going on, my brother? Yeah, man, this is absolutely crazy. Cult-like personality, I see you. Yeah,
taking advantage of the Far East Side. She calls on the health department and city to hold business owners accountable.
We will no longer be the side. We need to be inclusive. We are part of the city of Indianapolis, period.
That was our Rachel Wilkerson report.
Come on now. So she gonna get out there and do a bit of loud talking You are the resident politician, ma'am. Like, we need to be hearing what's going to happen from you, not to have you getting out there like you part of the crowd. What's going on here? Tanya, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for your broadcast. They got me through some tough times. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, and I'm glad that we could do that. I'm remembering your situation, and I'm glad that you were definitely doing better. And again, peace, power, blessings, and protection be up on you and yours. Yes, indeed. And a lot of people have had a hell of a 2022. So shout out to y'all who went through hell and back, health issues, losing loved ones, all types of different things, losing work, or in between, having to go from to and fro. So yeah, shout out to everybody, man. You are here for another year. But avoid this place. If you guys are out there in Indianapolis, avoid this place here, family. Do not patronize this business. They've now been shut down as well as they should be, and I think that's pretty much the end of that story anyway. But yeah, man, yuck. Yuck. Yuckaroo. Absolutely disgusting. So next, Tiny Zion said, yes, 2022 was hard. I totally understand, sister. Absolutely understand. Cyberdyne 100, thank you for the super chat, brother. Something for the build, Black first. Absolutely, I appreciate that. Peace, power, blessings, and protection be up on you and yours. Man, I'm saying. So let's see where we're going next. Oh, real quick. It looks like they have adjourned for the night on Capitol Hill. So I don't think they have figured that one out. But one thing they did come across today, and family, the beginning of the next Pander to Black Folks season is already in full swing. So what's this guy's name? They're just now talking about this brother, Byron Donalds. Who is a hard right new nominee for speaker. And this brother's, he's black. What's funny? Now, he might have one of them doctored hairlines, but I can't help but notice that they made sure they got a dude with a decent hairline. Now, if you think them folks ain't listening and paying attention to some of these things and markers, oh boy, you better know it. You better know it. 'Cause I just can't help but notice, okay, look at this dude's hairline. And he looked like he fresh out the barber too. Yeah, they're gonna make me not like, you can't have that suspect hairline. So we got to make sure it's tight and right. So, okay. I don't know. If y'all get a chance, just look him up. Because I did not get it, because this just happened right as I was going live. As this was kind of taking place. So it reads, the far right of the House Republican Party nominee Byron Donalds from Florida for Speaker, as the floor fight over the gavel continued Wednesday. Republican Representative Chip Roy of Texas, who nominated Donalds, got 2 standing ovations from both sides of the aisle, including from GOP leader Kevin McCarthy, when he said, for the first time in history, there have been 2 Black Americans placed into the nomination for Speaker of the House. Y'all remember what's his name, Michael Steele, when they made him leader of the RNC. Y'all remember Michael Steele? It's like, come on, man. Soon as and that's right after Barack Obama was elected. They made Michael Steele, and then later on they was moving with Herman Cain. So they always do that. So if there is and see right now that lets you know though, the black vote is important because you can't do nothing with no Hakeem Jeffries. You're not finna run it for president. That ain't gonna happen. That is not gonna happen. He goes on to say, I mean, like I said, the pander's already in full swing, family. Full swing. He says, we do not seek to judge people by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. And he says this to receive another standing ovation. Democratic Representative Hakeem Jeffries from New York, whom Democrats have nominated for Speaker across all 6 ballots, is expected to become the first black leader of any majority party when the dust settles on the House floor for the fight of Speaker. So far, Donalds has collected 20 votes each in the 4th, 5th, and 6th ballots for Speaker, blocking McCarthy's path to victory. The House adjourned until 8 p.m. Eastern Wednesday. Oh, okay. Well, they might be back in session right now then. Donalds voted for McCarthy on the first 2 ballots, but broke from the majority of his colleagues to vote for Representative Jim Jordan of Ohio on the 3rd ballot with conservative hardliners. So this dude, it almost looks like we have a likable Tim Scott. This might be a more smart, sharper version of Tim Scott. So, it's kind of looking like they want to give us the conservative value black man. So one of the first things that this black man is going to have to say to Black America is, well, I'm for reparations. Yeah, we got to wait to see what comes after that part, though. You understand how that works? Because they all, oh yeah, I'm for reparations in the way of Bitcoin. I'm all for reparations in the way of healthcare. I'm all for reparations in the way of education. I mean, so you got to keep an eye on the terminology, and especially when everybody and their mama right now is trying to invoke the word of reparations. Even Poland right now is trying to get some more money, reparations, out of Germany right now. Right now. Imagine that. All of this going on. Now, in the meantime, here's the other part we need to talk about, family, because again, one thing that I do want to do, I'm kind of going to shift things around this year going forward. And, like I said, we are getting back to what we do here. So I will be kind of shortening up the Wednesday broadcast. And I know I said that before, but I will be shortening up the Wednesday broadcast and the Friday broadcast so I can try to get more content out during the week to y'all. And so, everything won't be crammed into one thing, because I like to do the other one topic focus pieces too, because it gives me more time to focus and hone in on one subject. So I also like doing that too, So that being said, let me see where I'm going next. Oh, no. Trick bag language. Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of trick bag, now, like I said, we're going to kind of do a roundabout this evening, but follow me. because it all ties in together. So let's start here.
Among those are work we do together on livestock, helping animals survive either by having vaccines or better genetics, helping them be more productive. It's making a big difference. I was down in Ethiopia seeing how chickens are out there laying more eggs, getting more nutrition, and even some small savings into the household. So Edinburgh happens to be where a lot of the world's best work on this is done, and that's why DFID and the Gates Foundation are funding scientists here.
He over there making Franken cows. Can't trust this cat. Y'all better understand. Y'all can't trust this dude one bit. And I mean, hell, for all intents and purposes, I think y'all should understand by now. That dude is evil. Just flat out evil. Pretty much like this other story. So the story, of course, that y'all have also been hearing about is of what's our young brother's name? Sinzay Reed, the young 13-year-old brother that got gunned down by this 36-year-old white supremacist. We don't even have to call him suspect because he has now also been known to be connected with certain extremist white supremacist and white nationalist groups. So no surprise there. What he did actually do is they say he hopped out of his truck and started firing multiple shots into this 13-year-old child's back. And, unfortunately, that young man expired. Here's the other thing. They let this dude off, saying that it was self-defense. I don't know when, being in a truck and a 13-year-old child on foot would put you in any kind of harm's way or danger until you get out the truck. But you're the armed individual. So I don't know how any legal professional could legitimately say that makes sense. But somehow they've done that. Let me see. So let me go back here. Okay, so because this says that this is the article that's talking about how the charges were dropped. And again, let me matter of fact, let me get this, because he's in the thumbnail, and you also see the bastard that the low life scumbag that ambushed our young brother and extinguished his light. Yeah, that dirt bag right there that you see bottom left under the other dirt bag. Anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. The Franklin County Prosecutor's Office previously filed a murder charge against Craig A. Butler Sr., 36, in Franklin County Municipal Court in connection with Sinzay's death on the same day as the shooting. But a week later, prosecutors filed to dismiss the case in municipal court on October 19th. Franklin County Municipal Court Judge Michael McAllister accepted the motion and dismissed the case, meaning the $1 million bond Butler had been held on no longer applied and Butler released from jail. So right there, I'm going to take a quick break. What happened is that they actually arrested this dude because you know what? I think that they suspected that this was going to make wide news, but we didn't immediately hear about it. This happened all the way back in October. So I'm assuming that the reason why they made his bail so high and was prosecuting him like that is because they thought that we were going to get wind of it. They probably sat up there and was like, let's keep an eye on Twitter, especially Black Twitter. It didn't really catch because so much other stuff was going on. So you have these things going on and they missed it, but well, okay, well, we own it now. So let's see. Columbus Police Homicide Detective Keith O'Connor said Thursday that there has been a claim of self-defense by Butler and his mother, but declined to comment further, citing an ongoing police investigation. No. That's not how that works. You drop the charges. Drop the charges. There's no ongoing investigation. You drop the charges. Investigation over. You let a person with $1 million bond walk out of the jail a free man. Investigation? Investigating what? You already had the man charged for murder. What, seeing if you can throw some dirt on this 13-year-old child? Is that what the investigation is entailing right now? What you talking about? Tia to USC in the house. Robin and Battle, welcome. Yeah, this is insanity. This insanity, man. Absolute insanity. Let's see. Sensei's not a bad kid at all, Nicholas said. How was a grown man scared of him? He did not deserve to die. And I absolutely agree. Nicholas, responding to Butler and his mother's claim on social media of self-defense, said she does not believe Sensei could have had a weapon. And again, this man was in a truck. Nicholas and a handful of other people demonstrated Thursday afternoon on the steps outside of Franklin County Municipal Court, seeking justice for Sensei's and the prosecution of Butler. Let's see, my little brother was 13 and they let his killer out 5 days later. Nicholas shouted throughout tears, a baby is gone. Megan Reed, Sensei's mother, held pictures of her son outside the courthouse. She declined again Thursday to speak with the Dispatch. DeJuan Sharp, a local activist and organizer, yelled through a megaphone, decreeing local authorities' handling of the case involved a white male defendant and a black child victim. Sharp also said Butler should at least be charged with illegally possessing a gun and be held in jail. Prosecutors could still bring cases against alleged shooter, so they say. Prosecutors could still bring the case before the grand jury for an indictment in Franklin County Common Pleas Court, which handles felony cases like murder. But they said they already had him for murder. Why wasn't he arraigned? There's a deceased child with bullets in his back. You have this man's gun. He's a 36. This is a 13-year-old. And you're already trying to manify this 13-year-old who was ambushed from behind, man. You can't get over shots in the back. Can't get around that. Boy, these people. And you want to trust your family and fate up to this system? Remember Kyle Rittenhouse? They testing the waters, family. They testing the waters. Have you all went back to sleep yet? A media release from Franklin County prosecuting attorney Gary Tyak's office Thursday afternoon said it is standard practice for almost every felony case filed in municipal court to be dismissed. Okay. Not every case initiated in municipal court is presented to the grand jury, the release said. This is, come on, man. What court is going to sit up here and say we got a deletion, but due to bureaucracy, we're just going to drop the case and you can go home. No. I call absolute cap. Absolute cap. No. That ain't what I know of the law. That don't make no sense to me at all. That is not what I know of the law. Let's see. This particular case is still under review for possible presentation to the grand jury, and unfortunately, I cannot advise you when the case will be presented to the grand jury. Frank, maybe he needs some help. Family, maybe he needs some help. Maybe the phone needs to start ringing, and maybe they need some assistance, some public attention, social media attention. Maybe that's what they need out there. Since you don't know when you're gonna take it for the grand jury, let's give you some assistance and say, hey, you know what? A great time for that is today. Because we're talking about people who could be voted out. Now we understand the power of strategic voting. See, right now, oh yeah, y'all out there, y'all voters over there, y'all got some leverage. You better use it and get this dude up out of there. And he needs to know that y'all ain't happy. Well, let's see. Nicholas said the prosecutor's office has not communicated with their family and did not warn them Butler, who lives nearby, would be let out of jail. I'm sure they're going to use, the charges were dropped, so he wasn't no longer in the system and blah, 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 blah. Nonetheless, you understand the circumstance that they have a deceased child. And you ain't going to tell them that the person that slain their baby that lives right in their neighborhood. Think about that. He lives in their neighborhood. Don't this sound familiar? This sounds Trayvon Martin, George Zimmerman-esque. And here we are with another deleted baby. Columbus police were called around 5:45 p.m. on October 12th to the Wedgwood Apartments on the 800 block of Wedgwood Drive in the Hilltop. Butler is a resident of the apartment complex. According to the court, records filed by a police officer, an eyewitness who knows Butler saw him exit a red truck and fire multiple times at Sensei, striking him several times. Butler then got into his vehicle and fled the scene, according to court records. How the hell would an eyewitness like that do you even start entertaining the conversation of self-defense? And again, so what he said self-defense. You still got to go to the box for that. Self-defense, I went 14 months for shooting a person in the leg under self-defense. It's like, oh, self-defense my ass. He's white. Hell no. You know how hard it is for people to understand that it's really that simple? Well, no, it had to be some ethical jargon. You really think so, huh? That's why I don't really like talking to people about my shit, because it's like people don't understand what I'm white and I say so mean until it happened to them. So then they come talking around you like a dumbass. Man, they possibly can't be like, have you ever been in a situation before? Well, no. Okay, well, I'm telling you what it is. Well, I don't really just believe it. They could just, okay, go away from me. Get your ass away from me. And you ain't built to do nothing out here. Oh, man, we down with the cause. If somebody came, you ain't gonna bust a grape. Them folks have you up there for, please, yeah. Now, you know what? And one thing that'll always show that is everybody that's got more time to be screaming on other black folk. Dead giveaway. Officers found Sensei suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. Paramedics rushed Sensei to Ohio Health Doctors Hospital, where he expired at 6:26 p.m. This is daylight. What the hell going on? And a witness who knows the man who, so this person obviously, and I'm assuming the reason why they even given credit or credence to this witness is because they're white. You mean to tell me they broke code? And then you still like, oh, let's figure out how to get this dude off of here. $1 million bail, you knew he was guilty. Hell, I mean, what you mean? $1 million. And then not only that, 5 days later, he gets out without paying a dime. And how him and his mom? Okay, it doesn't just sound like Trayvon Martin, but it also sounds like Ahmaud Arbery and those dirtbag scumbags, the McMichaels and Roddy. I don't know where I am right now, Brian. Good grief. I mean, come on, man. These folks here ain't cool, man. These people ain't worth a damn out here. You hear me? Ain't worth a damn. Come on. Dark skin brother, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you. I appreciate that, brother. Man, peace, power, blessings, and protections be up on you and yours. Ain't this crazy? According to Nicholas, Sensei was shot 4 or 5 times, including in his right hand and back. The autopsy report from the Franklin County's coroner's office is not completed yet. And that's the end of this article. Man, that's horrible. And you let this dude go talking about, well, him and his mama said that they was he was under attack of this 13-year-old boy from his back. He had superpowers coming out of his back. What is he, a teenage mutant porcupine? The hell is wrong with these people? And the fact that you even use any type of, this should be one of them situations where like, yeah, right, buddy. You're talking about a 13-year-old kid, man. Once again, Ohio for the win. God damn, we're here again. Who else? I just went through 3 different scenarios, man. Tamir Rice. Damn it. What the hell's going on? Oh, and the young sister, what's that sister's name? The little 16-year-old girl that they just unloaded on. Oh, well, she was going to stab the other girl. The one that was getting jumped. Y'all remember her? And then Tiny Zions said, I live in Ohio. Man. Yo, that's ill. CH464, what is going on, brother? Yeah. CH464, yes, indeed. Franklin County. Yes, sir. Man, that's terrible, man. That is terrible. Okay, so let me see where I need to go next. Okay, so I told y'all that they have a nominee. So it looks like they're trying to the Democrats and the Republicans are trying to do their best to try to get black attention. I'm hearing some things. Oh yeah, and if you pay attention to the Republican Party right now, they ain't even using the word African American. They are saying black, or they are saying black American. These are white folks doing this. I mean, come on, man. So we're gonna have to get to the meat of the matter. Now with Skip Bayless, y'all know the brother that has I hope that he's still recovering. Last I heard before I started this broadcast, he was recovering. I think he might still be in coma. But the brother Hamilton, DeMar Hamilton, that fell out from the he fell out at the football game, Monday Night Football. He's a Buffalo Bills player, and man, that just looks crazy. I've never seen nothing like that on a football field. We're hearing these things happen a lot more often. A lot more often. That should be a little worrisome. But with that being said, you had some people had something to say. And Skip Bayless, of course, we know, scumbag Skip. Skip Bayless had kind of almost a slave, and not even a slave master, more of a what were they called? Overseers, more of an overseer mind state. Because an overseer didn't have any he mined, and ran the slaves, but the overseer didn't run the plantation. So if the boss is saying, hey, we're gonna shut it down, then everything gonna get shut down. But you got Skip over there just kind of like, it's an important game. Yeah, that's true. But this brother just fell out. Y'all seen Trading Places? But what about the brother? Your brother? What does he say? F him. Yeah, well, thanks, Skip. And see, now here's the thing. That's way more than a tweet. That's way more than a tweet from an Amazon link. Right? I would think so. Well, we always our resident, well, no, not our resident, our resident Caribbean transplant, Sambo tap dancing fella by the name of Stephen A. Smith. Because while you have this dude over here who should be getting ridiculed, there's always some I need to duck my head type of brother. But he ain't really mean it like that. Little Piss Baby, what a cold name. IP2 always wins. IP, those are some good movies. Project Leroy, Step and Fetch It. Step and Fetch It for sure. Let's hear Step and Fetch It.
Else for saying the wrong thing. God knows I have. Okay? Intent matters. Yes, you got to be sensitive out there. Mental health matters. Life matters. Human beings' well-being matters. And when you speak, you have to make sure that you're sensitive to everything that you can be sensitive to in articulating your position. Skip can defend himself. I will tell you that I've spent years disagreeing with Skip Bayless. Mm-hmm. I disagree with him now, and I'm going to disagree with him into the future. But he's still my brother. He's still a guy that brought me here on First Take. And
oh, God. See, and this is what, man, why can't we ever get, because again, every time that there is a situation where it is very simple, cut and dry, here we go. We got somebody over here. Man, come on now. I mean, come on. What we need to do is we really need to learn how to forgive. Now, I mean, that brother brought me in. I mean, he's still my brother. I mean, he ain't. He might be your brother, but he damn sure ain't ours. Nah. No, and we don't need you to come over here co-signing for no white dude, man. That's one thing I can't stand of our people. Never do that. Never do that to your own folk, man. Well, you know, no, because don't come out here with this smoke for a brother that posted a link. And right now, within 2 months, here you are bootlicking for two white men that done stuck their foot in their mouth. One that shows that he's always been racist in Jerry Jones. And then Skip Bayless to show how his lack of compassion and how he even be trying to downplay Shannon Sharp's accomplishments because he loves Tom Brady so much. But here goes Steven. Well, I just, I know that. I mean, he everybody says stupid things every now, but then why is Kanye West not getting the same energy and break? Because we, like you just mentioned, brother Steven, you just mentioned mental illness. Well, we all know that Kanye West got mental illness things going on, but he ain't getting that grace. Not that I'm saying that he was anywhere near correct in the stuff he was doing or saying, but if you're going to be talking about extending grace to people outside of our community and then turn around and only berate the people and denigrate the folks of our community for these same people that you're ass kissing now, nah, pimp. We ain't rocking with that. And you can take your tether hairline somewhere else with that bullshit.
And I know who he is. I know what he's about. Do I agree with everything he says? Or
so
how he says it? Or the timing with which he uses to say things? No. But the flip side to it is that I know that by and large his heart is in the right place. And
one of the largest reasons that Black folks have not progressed, this right here. And I'm not just saying Stephen A. Smith. I'm talking about these individuals like him. Their whole mentality is all about assimilation, acceptance. So they look at things through a scope and a lens that only provides the understanding of their relationship to white people. You understand what I'm saying? So, oh no, they'll come alive. See, they'll proceed. They'll be on defense mode to maintain their proximity to whiteness. Can't let y'all Negroes mess this up for me now. I mean, I got it good. And my boss know I wake up every morning looking how I can make him some more money. I mean, and I just want me a little bit of crumbs of it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't really have no big old brain like my boss do, but I mean, I'm just saying that if he need me to go over here, what we gonna do, brother and sisters? Do y'all understand what this dude is doing? He's doing all of this caping for a person on a rival network with a rival morning program. You mean to tell me that this isn't bought and paid for? You never needed to open your mouth, Negro. But there you go. Yeah, I just know his heart at. What? Yeah, the depths of hell. We've seen where his heart at. We don't need you to sit up here and tell us. No. The general public of black folks believe Skip Bayless is a white supremacist racist. At least an anti-black bigot. So I don't even understand what y'all talking about, man. Insane.
And, people miss. And so I've always been his brother. I'm going to continue to be his brother no matter what. Because if I can tell my brother, my late brother, God rest his soul, but when he was alive, I told him he was wrong. I love my sisters every day. I tell them when they're wrong. They tell me when I'm wrong. So I don't have any problem telling Skip. I'll save that for Skip when I see him. You're going to get yourself caught up from time to time. But if your heart's in the right place and you truly meant no harm and you're willing to apologize, this country has shown you on many, many occasions it will allow you to move on. And I'm an eyewitness to that.
Did this dude really say that, family? You can't be serious. You can't be serious. Man. Wow. And that is why we can't get ahead. We got too many of them people like that in our midst. I mean, that person, like, you can't go forward with them in the car, man. They only in the car to tell on you. That's the only reason why they with you, is to tell on you. Still Kevin Trees, I see you. Film animation art, welcome. I am Malt Gordon, welcome, brother. Elijah Ben Judah, welcome, said Bootlicker, absolutely. Yo 103 Queenin, welcome. Yeah, this some crazy madness, man. Project Leroy said, Tether Babble, Hairline A. Smith. Man, I'm telling you. Now, real quick, there was another story that kind of came out with these Twitter files. And I'm telling you, man, there might be some... I'm thinking this is why everybody's kind of worried about the black vote. Because that Twitter files thing that's coming out also is shedding light to certain understandings and situations. One of them being, and family, one of the reasons why the new black media does what we do is we don't just report the news, but sometimes we can predict it. And like I have been telling y'all, since this channel has been a channel, Hillary Clinton runs the DNC. There is no other person above the top about her. And then like all of this other stuff that you might see on here, like that's Hillary Clinton. They come from the school of Hillary Clinton. And then, now we got to remember, we don't have to get all that's Hillary Clinton. Black women under culture, yep. Tiffany Cross, she couldn't deliver. Out. Woo-wee, boy, sister girl. Because he got that, Hillary got that woman in place, was like, now you get out this what the big woman want. Now you go get out there and get it. And we forget that we can take the cape off. You took the cape right on all out your shoes, exit stage left. So check this out. Twittergate files. Hillary Clinton inspired a Democrat witch hunt against Twitter to look for Russian accounts that simply didn't exist. Forced the social media giant into the arms of the FBI. Now, let's just look at all of the things that are loaded in that headline, shall we? Hillary Clinton was able to initiate something of this type of magnitude without even being in a public office. So first off, understand that part. Let's see. The latest documents released from Twitter details how the company was pushed into the arms of the FBI following pressures from the Democrats. In the new installment of the Twitter Files, journalist Matt Taibbi broke down the stress the company was under in 2017 following calls from Democrats for social media companies to crack down on Russian misinformation. Now, all of us were saying, especially at that point, I didn't even have I had my podcast at that time. I did not have this channel going at the time. But even back then, like everybody who was doing podcasting and whatnot back then, I mean, anybody could tell you, like, hey, man, there ain't no Russian bots. No, that's just us. There's no such thing as no Russian bot. See, what they're talking about, because notice when they always said misinformation, they were never telling you what the misinformation was. And part of that misinformation, again, was about Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton and all the dirt that they have done, like we didn't know. And then, remember, there was a whole thing about Hillary's emails. If y'all, it was a whole big thing about emails. Nothing ever, but that wasted a lot of time. And all that time, nothing was being done for black folks. Talking about this woman's emails. And black folks spent all their time like, man, they going to impeach Donald Trump. They going to impeach Donald Trump. 8 years later, ain't got shit. Well, 6 years later. Hell, about to be another whole 8. According to emails from Twitter's leadership, the company was initially focusing on passing any blame on to Facebook, touting that Twitter had only a few accounts with suspect Russian origin. Everything changed, however, when Hillary Clinton called for the company to take the issue seriously. With the former Twitter public policy vice president Colin Crowell emailing the CEO then, Jack Dorsey, about a growing push from the left. Family, real quick, what side of the aisle is Hillary Clinton on? Is she on the right or on the left? Also, let's see, the Skittles bag. The Skittles bag crew. What side of the aisle do their agenda usually come from? And the DACA promoters, the all of this illegal immigration support. What side of the aisle is that coming from? Because I've always thought that was coming from the left, right? But all of a sudden, Hillary Clinton, Queen Hillary of the Democrats, they're worried about a growing push from the left. Not the right, not extremists, not white nationalists, not your people who stormed the damn Capitol. Actually, that's not even Russia. Hope y'all caught that. Yeah, that's not Russia. The Russia ain't the left. I'm just saying. Hoo-wee. Democrats also taking cues from Hillary Clinton, who in her quote, What Happened book tour is pointedly talking about the role of Russian propaganda and dirty tricks that were pushed through social media in her demise, Crowell wrote. Just days later, Twitter formed its Russian task force, which only had been able to find 3 accounts directly connected with Russia, 2 of which were actually tied to Russia Today, a state-owned news network. I hope y'all understand what that means, family. That means all of you that are in this chat that were going hard in the paint back in 2016, 2017, 2018, on your Facebooks and your Twitters, all of you people, you were the people who were being referred to as Russian bots. I've told y'all, that's pretty much how me and Afro Elite even started our channels, because we were always being suspected for being Russian bots. Then they were doing the whole thing, how do we even know you're black? So then that's how I even started this channel. See, this is the thing. They can sit up there and call it misinformation all they want to. At the end of the day, we know our agenda. And see, because they're saying for her demise. Well, then who is she talking about? Who didn't come vote for her? Who didn't come vote for her? We know who she talking about. Put an address on it, ma'am. Oh, damn niggas. Put an address on it. Lord. Oh, did they have a screenshot of a message here? Jack Dorsey, here's a little more background. Yes, only Senator Warner, the ranking Democrat on Senate Intel, commented. The Intel Commissioner Chairman Burr from North Carolina declined to comment, and no other senators commented. Warner has been the most vocal about the need for public hearings with social media companies and took Facebook to task a couple weeks back, leading them to ultimately agree to disclose the ads they found associated with alleged Russian interference. Dynamic during our 2-hour closed-door meeting with the Senate staff, investigators was more cordial and less contentious than the senator's comments reflected. We got some tough questions, but we're working in collaborative efforts and spirit, and pledge to circle back with more information based on their queries. Yeah, well, we'll see. Oh wait, so let me see. Okay, there's the bottom. I said something on the screen. That's what I was trying to get to. This last line here. These last 2 lines, which is really the part I wanted to highlight. Warner has political incentive to keep this issue at top of the news. See, I know there's some people who say that reparations was the conversation that started in 2022, and it was not. So if you are unclear because you're still new and wet behind the ears, let me inform you, this is what they're talking about. No tangibles, no vote was all the way back with Hillary Clinton. I hope y'all understand that. So we were pushing that line a long time ago. But that's the point. So it says, maintain pressure on us and the rest of the industry to keep producing material for them and generate interest for the November 1st hearings that is planned. Democrats also taking cues from Hillary Clinton, who in her What Happened book tour is pointedly talking about the role of Russian propaganda and the dirty tricks that were pushed through social media had in her demise. She has specifically called out Facebook and other social media for not doing enough to address state-sponsored mischief in the election. But here's the thing. That wasn't even the truth. So instead of saying, let's concede to black folks' demands, nope, let's not. Let's go ahead and call them Russian bots and everything else, because the one thing we do not want to do is concede to, because again, remember, around that time, also them DNC emails leaked out, right? Remember? When them DNC emails leaked out, when they started talking about meeting with black leaders and meeting with Black Lives Matter, have a conversation with them, but don't promise them anything. Y'all remember that? That's our old hill right here, man. So, I hope y'all are putting these little two nuggets together, man. These folks ain't cool at all. At all, family. Let's see. According to the latest trove of documents from Twitter, the social media company began eyeing Democrats' concerns with Russian misinformation in August of 2017, when Facebook announced it would suspend 300 accounts tied to the foreign nation. Twitter, however, did not appear too preoccupied with the problem, with internal messages saying there were no longer patterns of Russian misinformation spreading on this platform. Facebook may take action on hundreds of accounts, and we may take action on -25, one message read. Other internal memos called on the company's communication teams to make sure the public conversation was focused on Facebook's Russian problem. So I understand what they're doing. They are tailoring the public conversation and narrative, because that's what these damn devils do. And then Twitter is not the focus of inquiry to Russian election meddling right now. The spotlight is on Facebook, Crowell wrote, and to the company's leadership. Wow. Let me see. I'm trying to go back down. So they're talking about there were supposedly, and they're not really saying that the accounts that they ended up shutting down on Facebook necessarily were tied to Russia. Okay, first round of RU investigation. 15 high-risk accounts, 3 of which have connections with Russia, although 2 are Russian today. So RT News. The task force wrote in October 18, 2017. Less than a week later, following alterations to their system to find suspected accounts, the team concluded that there was a lack of coordinated Russian misinformation efforts on Twitter. So in essence, family, what I'm saying, Hillary Clinton basically manufactured a whole campaign of crap and distraction for no reason. Well, for a reason. But see, what she needed to do was use the media to talk about Russia. Where are we at right now? I'm just wondering if anybody's catching this. I mean, I said everything was going to connect. So she needed focus to be on Russia. Now, here's our agenda that we're talking about. So she's talking about, so she understands the push is coming from the left, but you're telling the media to blame it on Russia. Hey, Clyburn, why y'all keep on me? This is why. This is why, Negro. Because y'all ain't in the dark on this. Y'all complicit selling your folks right on up the river. So, family, I'm telling you, don't ever let nobody come around you talking about, well, you just got to, you can't just push out these old people. You better watch these folks. Folks ain't meaning you no good. Yeah, come on. And then just to add insult to injury, they over here pushing pushing this business right here. Come on, man. That's what they pushing. Immigration task force. You know something else that these people were pushing? It's all funny. I always trip out of these Roe v. Wade folks, because they're the same people who are telling us that we should be down with jab mandates. Kyrie's an idiot and a selfish guy for not taking the jab under his personal conviction and religious beliefs. No, he's a dirtbag because he won't conform to what the bosses said they want. And you're supposed to toe the line. When they tell you to jump, you say how high. He didn't do it. So what happened? They made an example out of it. Lose some money. See how you feel now. Now look at Skip Bayless. Oh, he ain't losing no money. No, you got Stephen Coon coming out. Well, his heart's in the right place. Everybody says things and stupid things from time to time. I mean, come on now. Lord. You know what? Before I get to that next video, let me just, and I ain't gonna play this because I know they'll hear me, so I'm gonna just play the sound on this. But again, just keep this in perspective. All of the people that they put in front of us. And then we got Stephen A. Smiths coming out here. Oh, man, he ain't that bad.
Guys, for what we're going to set out to do here today, if it offends anyone, because we're going to try to do the show pretty much as we usually do the show. But I'll admit up front,
don't know why the
I'm
screen's
still
not
shook
changing.
up by
Really
what happened last night to Damar Hamlin. In fact, I'm still wrecked. In fact, I'm not sure I'm capable of doing this show today. But after barely sleeping on it, I decided to give it a try. Maybe I'll fail. Maybe we will fail. But we're going to try. We wrestled through much of the night whether to even do a show today because it felt like in our minds we almost can't win with this because
Ooh, the sound, the familiar sound right there. Oh, yeah. You probably should have just kept your mouth shut, Skip. We can't, no, you can't win with this. Shannon Sharp didn't put his foot in his mouth. All of a sudden, yeah. See, this is when a suspected white supremacist knows some racist shit. This is how you know. Because they'll start doing it where we all just got to do better type of talk. Stop it. No, you can't win. Shannon Sharp ain't put his foot in his mouth. You did, Skip. Come on, Skip. Norma X in the house. I see you. And did I see, who else did I see? Come on in here. Black women, stand up. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah. Come on, Skip. And he over here trying to sound all teary and serious. Look at him. I mean, I'm just, I'm trying to get through it. And, oh, God. I just need to get through this. I mean, I wrestled with this all night. After my insensitive tweet and y'all just lambasted me on Twitter. Oh, the hell out of here.
The last thing we want to try to do is come off as insensitive to what this young man is going through in a life or death.
Too damn late. The last thing we want to see him is like, oh my God. Oh, boy, he going right down the playbook. Boy, he going straight down the list, ain't he? Okay, let me go ahead and say all the things to let everybody know I ain't anti-black. Okay, see, first, we's got to do better. And we all have a part to play. And I mean, we all have a little bit of racism in us, right? I mean, come on. You already hearing the we talk, and now, I just didn't want to come off this. Stop. Jeez. Laying it on thick there, Skip.
Situation.
Peanut butter thick.
The last thing we want to do is offend anyone by trying to do what we always do, which is talk about sports. As this show goes on, we're going to try to talk about a little bit of sports, but we're going to continue to talk about what happened to this young man last night and try to sort back through it with help from you in the audience. And we ask you now, if you'd like to tweet us your emotions of the night and of this morning about what happened to Damar Hamlin, please do so. You can tweet us at undisputed, and I will be sharing some of your tweets and your emotions as we share our experience of last night through this very difficult morning for all of us.
Boy, that was crap. But boy, you guys' damage control team sucks. This was how you thought you were going to clean this up? Trust me, y'all. This only worked for the people who actually got behind this crap in the first place. That's the only people who are falling for this show, this dog and pony show right here. I mean, let's just look at this. Oh, did that tear? You see any tears coming down his damn face? See a damn tear coming down his face? He over here pulling a Kim Potter, pulling a Kyle Rittenhouse. That's what he doing to y'all. It's a Kyle Rittenhouse.
My partner Shannon Sharp is not here today. I look forward to seeing him tomorrow.
Shannon took the day off. Shannon ain't shit for that. Shannon's like, let me go ahead and tip on out the back door on this one. You done stuck your foot in your mouth. Good morning, Skip. 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 Hey, man. You gonna have to hold it down this morning, Skip. You got it, Skip. Boy, Shannon ain't shit. Just tipped his ass right on out the back door on that one, boy, did he? So, whoa. You know what? We're gonna do like we had to do in church. Oh man, get the hell up out of here. Oh, and now this is one thing that is kind of unrelated to the story, but I almost forgot to play this early because this is funny. Well, I guess it does kind of all relate though, because it still also, of course, points to all the different avenues of white supremacy or suspected white supremacists, racist bigots. But nonetheless, there was I think it was the Sun Bowl, and there was a announcer who elected to let people know of, especially the people of El Paso, how he felt about being in El Paso. And this is how it went.
It's the Sun Bowl. And amongst all the illegal aliens down in El Paso, it's UCLA 14 and Pittsburgh 6. That's with 11:15 to go in the second quarter. Let's go to the sidelines. Tony Haynes.
Well, NC State, not a lot of depth in the secondary.
Oh, okay, brother. Ayo, Judah. Yes, sir. You said you had to start a whole new channel. I see. You know how to be tearing folks up. Whoo! Let's hear that one more time, family. I mean, now I believe this cat was suspended, but again, he'll be suspended and transferred. He ain't gonna lose every damn thing. See how that worked? And he can say some shit like this.
The Sun Bowl. And amongst all the illegal aliens down in El Paso, it's UCLA 14 and Pittsburgh 6. That's with 11:15 to go in the second quarter. Let's go to the sidelines. Tony Haynes.
Well, NC State, not a lot of depth in the secondary.
Woo! Oh man. Man, oh man. Oh Lord. They gave him a red saying anything over there. Yeah, it seems that way now, don't it? So we gonna get to this kind of these last few stories of this evening. Oh, but first, there's a couple of things. Yes, is this it? Oh yeah. So let's get through this. Let's get through these next little few clips here. And we're just gonna go ahead and roll through these. So again, like y'all understand, see how when it's black folks, they get canceled. Y'all remember Ray Rice, right? Yeah, when Ray Rice got canceled for getting caught on a video. Well, for those UFC fans, they have caught Dana White on camera. Imagine that. Now we're going to turn the music off. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, no. Oh, man. Wow. Boy, is that assault caught live on camera? Yeah, it looked like it. Gave her a little pat right there in the jaw, huh? What did the five fingers say to the face? They said Dana White. Oh, no. Now, will there be a canceling coming? I mean, this is a whole damn video caught on camera. I'm just saying. You know, man, he's a horrible person. Blah, blah, blah. Are they already out here doing it? Hey, you know, Dana White ain't that bad. Everybody's entitled to mistakes. Yeah, man. So the UFC dude, it's okay for the big, you know, like, you know, the poster child of white toughness in America, the UFC fighters. You know, is that where we going with it? How about that toxic masculinity, huh? All that misogyny and all that, right? Man, that white male patriarch is a beast, huh? Damn, y'all should be out here saying something, huh? Me too. Me too, sis. You okay, sis? All right, so moving along to the next story. What happened to the Me Too movement? They slowly tipped on out the door. Because here's another story that actually the Me Too movement could probably go ahead and make some traction. Oh, that's right. Damn it. The man's white. What Toronto Burke say? Why is it my job to go after white men? Well, that's because who does shit like this? Check this story out, family.
Plunge into the jagged rocks below, just missing the Pacific Ocean, sending onlookers into shock.
I could see in my rearview mirror just the car being, straight like this, and then all of a sudden just disappeared down.
Authorities now saying there's probable cause to believe the crash was an intentional act, arresting the driver for attempted murder and child abuse. San Mateo County and state officials saying the car fell 250 feet, just a turn off of California's coastal Route 1. Robin Johnson called 911.
Did not think for 1 second anyone was surviving that.
But they did, saved by the timing of low tide and California Highway Patrol's incredible crew, like flight officer and paramedic Sean Bouye. Are the victims lucky that they didn't fall into the water?
During high tide, this would have been underwater, this location.
Keep an eye on that story, family. Oh, yeah, by the way, that man drove a Tesla. I don't know if that means anything. Just decided to go ahead and take everybody out. Come on, y'all. Now, who else does that sound like? Sarah Hart? Driving them babies? Right on off the cliff? I mean, are you noticing a pattern here? Oh, damn. Yeah, we're going to roll through these last ones because we got to get through them. Tia to you. Oh, degenerate. I got one for you, sister. Oh, Tia to you. Talking about degenerate? Oh, I got one for you, sister. Here you go.
I raised her son at the mall. He said, "Mommy, I don't want to wear a dress." And she grabbed him by a wrist and said, "You're going to wear it." It's crazy.
I hope you heard that.
This video when I lived in Los Angeles, California. I ran into a Caucasian woman and her biracial son at the mall. He said, "Mommy, I don't want to wear a dress." And she grabbed him by a wrist and said, "You're going to wear it." It's crazy.
Okay. Are you seeing a little tie in there? Madonna, Charlize Theron, a lot of these other weirdos, Gabrielle Union. Because y'all need to look at Gabrielle Union like a white woman, to be quite honest. When y'all see Gabrielle Union, you got to see white woman. Stop looking at her like, oh, sister girl, that's y'all problem. Y'all don't look for what's in their soul. All of that, yeah, but look at what she's doing. that tells you what she is on the inside. You see that little boy that look like a little girl right now? Yeah, that shit. All this other things they doing to that, even to her, to emasculate her damn man. Cyberdyne, you hit the nail on the head, brother. Oh, but it gets worse. I mean, because, man, let me tell you something. Where are we going next? We got to get all of this in. And a lot of these are little short clips, but we are going to get it on and pop in. Let's take a quick trip to... Let's take a quick trip to the continent. Like I said, we are going to make the rounds before we get up out of here this evening. So they over there are doing a reenactment of black folks being taken away in slavery for whatever reason, I don't know. But this is what they elected to do. It looks absolutely batshit crazy, but you know, I get the reenactment because they do those weird ass reenactments here of like the Civil War and whatnot. I just don't know if this is something I would be interested in experiencing. I think that right there was enough for me. What about you, family? I mean, you know, me and my lack of culture and all. I mean, just, you know, I didn't adapt because, I mean, I don't have any culture. So, you know, like, man, this big lack of culture, you know, over here. Yeah, I don't know, man. Shit, what do y'all think? Because we lack so much culture over here. You dig? All that lacking of culture that we had. You know what? Now we got to hear from the weirdo sector. So the weirdo sector has spoken as well. Let's hear from the weirdos.
I don't know, shorter than 5'6" is a preference. Not dating people with brown eyes is a preference. Being trans is not a specific characteristic. Thus, you can't label it as a preference. That's just called bigotry. No one's forcing you to date trans people, but don't cover up your discriminatory bias in the name of preference, because the logic doesn't add up. Like I've said in many, the logic of transphobia never adds up.
So what I'm going to walk you through right now is the Buck Breaking Academy, the Buck Broken Academy of Hillary Clinton. Because this is the school of, and so I just wanted to first demonstrate to you, because I keep telling y'all about Hillary Clinton. And now y'all able to see where she has her influences. And if she says she wants to influence something, it will go that way. So you notice how certain agendas have just been straight up in your face, right down your throat. Yeah, again.
Dating trans people is not a preference. Not dating blondes is a preference. Not dating people who are, I don't know, shorter than 5'6" is a preference. Not dating people with brown eyes is a preference. Being trans is not a specific characteristic. Thus, you can't label it as a preference. That's just called bigotry. No one's forcing you to date trans people, but don't cover up your discriminatory bias in the name of preference, because the logic doesn't add up. Like I've said in many a video, the logic of transphobia never adds up.
I have never known preference, because preference is an interpersonal thing. There's no reason or anything attached to preference. You like what you like. That's why people hide what they actually like. The whole point of being in the closet, right? So what now are you? I hope you're catching the twisted logic. So out of all of these years, you have people who are in the closet, but now because you want, especially black men, to date white trans. Neely Fuller said they want to make the white man's butt the black man's new vagina. And what are we seeing? Unfortunately, we have a lot of our own that help aid and are complicit in this task. Again, all still stemming from the same source.
It is. There's no real reason not to. Puberty blockers just allows a child to kind of freeze, allows their look to freeze, to stay in place. It gives them more time, essentially, to decide whether they want to go further with any medical transition. At any point while using puberty blockers, a child can stop and essentially just have the natural puberty that they would have, but a few years later. But a lot of people evolve.
God damn, the way of the devil. And so I just want y'all to understand, every time they start ingesting this, yeah, oh no, I just got to stop reading. No. You know your morals. You know what's morally right and wrong. You know when you hear in game and the predator talk. Because what this person just did, lie. And they twisted a lie and said they can have natural puberty just later. That is no longer natural if it's later. If it's out of the natural order of that person's biology, then it's no longer natural. And you have unnaturally altered it. The source of unnatural behavior does not come from us, family. We, the people of the earth, need to go keep continuously seeking out something that's not natural. Does that make sense to you? How are we tied to the earth if everything we're looking to be is synthetic? I'm only talking logic. I know people, well, my family. And why does this person sound like Dwan B's gay cousin? Because, I mean, like, yo, you was just a real dude like 5 years ago, huh, bro? I mean, serious.
Differently as far as puberty. You know, it seems like some people don't hit puberty until they get in their 20s. And puberty blockers will essentially allow...
Some people don't hit puberty. No, people stop growing in their 20s. Some people don't hit puberty until their 20s. Where? You show me a woman that is 20 years and not and undeveloped. Where's an undeveloped 20-year-old woman walking around here? Because she'd be looking like a big giant kid. Or a boy. A big giant, well, he gonna look like Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone in a 275-foot frame or something. You kidding? The hell are these people talking about? And this is the type of shit I'm saying. When you starting to put this type of confusion, you start trying to rationalize this type of madness, ain't nothing to be rationalized here. This shit don't make sense. This is just simply off.
A gender variant child the opportunity to wait until they get older.
Toya Rain Reloaded. Yes, sir, I did. So, in the quest of equal rights, puberty blockers, and special bathrooms and such, which actually I don't really mind the special public bathroom because that actually is just a single bathroom. And so, I mean, hey, who doesn't like privacy? But with that being said, the first transgender woman has been executed, meaning, ladies, and I hope you understand what this means for you Black women. Look at what's happening. The army is starting to say trans women can get over here. Yeah. But see, as they're saying trans women are women, that means everything that they're going to put on, because remember, this person went to prison as a man. So they're getting man consequences, but now they're selling it as a trans woman. And who you think they coming after with that? I've been trying to tell my sisters so long. Y'all got to get away from that shit. There ain't no camaraderie there with you. Feminism is white supremacy. All that is a branch of the tree of white supremacy. It is no different. Well, we're a womanist. No, you're still a feminist. It still comes from the same thing. It's white supremacy. If it does not benefit your community, just like I ask anybody about intersectionality, how does intersectionality benefit a or the Black family? And you'll notice that no one will ever be able to answer you, because the whole point of intersectionality is the destruction of the Black family. Can you dig it? Yeah, man. And the trans woman got executed for murdering their ex-wife. Go figure. Two deletions of women on paper. Shit.
To go through puberty. It's no big deal. Puberty blockers don't cause breast development. Puberty blockers don't affect anybody's voice. They'll essentially stay in that childlike look, their own childlike look, for a little longer. Then if you don't let your child go on puberty blockers, then you be embarrassed. Little trans girl sounded like Caitlyn Jenner. Be scared to take the child in public, want to pretend that she's deaf. Got the little trans boy out here clocky. Don't nobody want to be clocky. Ain't nobody trying to be clocky, because we got to deal with so much bullshit in this superficial society and being clocky. Or pretend that the trans child don't exist. I've seen a lot of that in my work. But you...
That's enough of this. That's enough of that, groomer. Hope you understand, though. I'm just putting this all in perspective. And if anybody has done their homework on some of those certain lists, certain names on certain lists, and maybe some certain stories that you might have heard out there in the wind before about certain people, hope you guys putting together. I mean, hey, man, we connect the dots over here. Cynthia Newman. I have no words. Oh, but meanwhile, let me show you what they are promoting in their community. Ladies, and especially all of you young sisters around that Glorilla age, look at what they're doing in our community. They want y'all to be whores, be thoughts and all of that. Go live your best life and be hot mamas and all of that out there. That's what they want y'all to do. Spread yourself thin. And by the time you in the mid-30s, everybody already doesn't know your reputation and you can't catch a husband. Pay attention to this. Tori and Raven, loaded facts. When you ask them about intersectionality, they will say something along the lines of 2 men or 2 women households. Yeah, in some parts. Yeah, and you know what's funny about that is, hey, I done been there, and no, that shit don't work. Like, my mom been openly lesbian since I was 13, and hell no, that shit don't work. Because that's not my life, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, well, yeah, that's you. You know, that's what you doing. That ain't my get down. But, you know, it is what it is. But like I said, look at this, family. What did I gotta go to school and I gotta do all of this and I gotta do all of that. They're already in motion, doing 2 things at once. They walking and chewing bubble gum. Don't you let these women out here, because here's another thing, ladies, and let me tell you, sometimes older sisters will give you bad advice purposely because you're competition. They at some certain point, y'all are competing for the same Negro. So you want to be in your 20s, she in her 40s, y'all both looking at this man who's in his 30s. Maybe sometimes even in her 20s. But nonetheless, it happens. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So we got a few more to get through, and then we're going to get up out of here. I remember learning about the 3rd gender in society class when I was in college. Made light of it then, but it is real now. And that was back in 2009. Brother, I remember picking my mother up from the planning meetings when they were trying to when they were first in the beginning stages of think tanking this Skittles bag that you see before your face today. And I'll never forget just going in there. I was like, hey, man, this is just more of a smoke screen to get over the black community. Oh, no, see, it. So people are like, oh, you're homophobic and this and that. Hell no, I'm not. I don't give a damn about your agenda. And I know it's an agenda, and I know it's a democratically funded agenda because I've been to your planning meetings in the 90s. Here we are now with gay marriage legal. I was there when you were trying to do it with this big 6-foot burly dude in a dress with hands that twice the size of mine. Looked like he could play catch palm two basketballs at once. Pause. And the thing about it is, it's like, damn, man, y'all really on this. And my mom was like, oh, well, you need to know I'm not getting involved with none of that shit. If they not mentioning anything about our community, I don't want no parts of that. Because we just got somebody that got smoked in our neighborhood. They ain't saying nothing about that. But they over here talking about these damn immigrants. Family, this is 1996 I'm talking about. 1996. We be having folks coming around here. Man, I popped up on this app in 2022 and there wasn't no conversations about this until then. God. Word. Jesus. Oh, Lordy me. Now, let's see. Okay, let's go here. And then, because here's some even more of the agenda with you sisters. We got to kind of touch on this part. Was that a promise ring? Oh, no. No, they didn't have no promise rings. They had that dun, 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 dun. It's like, y'all better pay attention to them counterparts.
Because I want to say this. I'm going to fucking say it.
More about that trend that I've been seeing on TikTok. No, I won't get banned. I will not get banned, and I'm going to say it. Go away and let me say it. No. I have been seeing this trend on TikTok about skin color. Join me if you're black. Join the black girl train. What if I got on there and I said, join the white girl train? Look at me, I'm white. Join the white girl train.
It's not going to end well for you.
I don't care. Someone's got to stand up and say it. Stop the racism. Everybody is equal. Everybody is the same. We're all the same. Stop segregating and alienating people because of skin color. I hate that trend.
But ma'am,
where's your family from?
Get up off of that cocaine and get up off of that crack. Get yourself together and get your mind back.
all right. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, these people was like, hey, because you let me get some of that. I'm telling you, boy, they're like, this is actually becoming real. This might really happen. Well, you know what? I think, well, yeah, I got a scheme. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say, like, I got somebody, one of my great ancestors, I think, was on a plantation once. Because family, anytime that we are getting something, all other groups around the world start going like this. And this is why they're mad at us right now, because we cut this little thing off. We done cut that off. We are no longer the mules. We ain't doing that. That ain't what we're here for. But you know, this is what they're used to. So every time when black folks say, hey, we're about to get something, this is what all the other groups start doing. Oh man, dark skinned brother, thank you for the super chat. Good grief, man. Thank you, brother, again for the super chat. Peace, power, blessings, and protection be up on you and yours, brother. I'm telling you, boy, as soon as y'all got something? Y'all finna get some money? Shit, we finna get some money. I mean, some people saying they finding dope coming across the border right now. Thanks, Joe Biden. You flood drugs into the country. Imagine that. Guess we're not going back to a certain direction of some people's own origins, huh? Just saying. Now we are almost at the end here. Again, I did not plan to go this long, but I want to get all of this out. Because you know it all ties in together. So again, like I just said about that border, and this is the conversation from O'Shea Pierre at the White House. That's what I call her. O'Shea Pierre. O'Shea Because this woman just can lie like it ain't nothing. And she's very comfortable lying. So it's like, ooh, let's get one. Ah, man, I hate to say it, but it's almost like when we say poster child of backstabbing culture, O'Shea Pierre, boy, ooh, Lord.
I've told you what we have done, what we have made this a priority to make sure.
Are they working?
To make sure that there's border security measures. Look, here's the thing, Peter. The president has taken historic actions, right, that no other president has been able to do. When you think about the 23,000 agents that he has been able to put out there to deal with the issue that we're seeing at the border. And that is something that he did without a lot of Republican support, right? Make sure that we are dealing with a real issue. When you think about the smugglers, really putting a plan in place that we deal with the smugglers, right? And we have to be very careful.
Close the border. Don't let tens and thousands of people over at a damn time. That might work. Start sending people out that are coming over illegal. We're already at capacity. We don't have any infrastructure to hold these people. It's almost like you are, well, okay, I've already told y'all, if y'all are new to this broadcast, I've said this last year and the year before. America is in a going out of business sale. And you're witnessing it going out of business before your very eyes.
Careful here, Peter, how we talk about this, because if we talk about it in a way that is misinformation, then it helps the smugglers. And so these are the issues that the president has taken incredibly seriously.
No, that's not how dope smuggling works, ma'am. Ain't nobody paying attention to what you're talking about. They all of a sudden are carrying a press secretary is talking about in a White House briefing that is just built there to lie? No. What the hell are you talking about? Jeez. Let's see. We have one more. What is this? Let me see what this is. Because we got to talk about these last two sidewalk suckers. And I got to show you one thing before I go, which I'm not going to be able to get too deep into that here. Got to go to my Patreon.
First is desirability, second, health, third, stigma. But at the end of the day, all of those are rooted in fat phobia in different ways, and I'll explain. First, desirability. That is kind of the most obvious when it comes to fat phobia. We currently live in a society that uplifts thinness, able-bodiedness, whiteness, cisness, and heterosexuality as the things.
Uh-oh. Wait a minute. For all intents and purposes, see, once the general public got to dictate the standard of beauty, that ain't what you're seeing on Instagram. I don't see whiteness as the picture of beauty on Instagram. I remember the white woman complaining about Facebook and Instagram and how they were promoting a certain body image. And by the way, cis women's figures is great. You know, I mean, I sleep with one every night. I mean, yeah, cis women figures are pretty appealing. I mean, I don't know. Man, I must be transphobic. Jeez. Well, you know, you could have had your kids with all of this other stuff and spent all this other money to have this and do this. Guys sound like idiots. No. You sound like you should be in a straitjacket with that type of nonsense. Let's keep it real.
That are most desirable. And so if you are wanting to lose weight in order to become more desirable, you are upholding a fat phobic beauty standard, as well as, white supremacy and all that jazz. So next is health. What
Notice how you're hearing damn near transphobia and fat phobia are damn near being described the same. Are y'all catching that? And at the end of the day, here, accept my off weirdness that is not in your wheelhouse of your attraction. And then here again, accept my laziness, and which is still out of your wheelhouse of attraction. Because this woman up here, like, person can't lose weight. What these type of individuals are doing are saying, because I don't want to lose weight, I don't want you to lose weight to make me feel bad about being fat. And then trying to, well, I'll shame you and say, man, it's rooted in white supremacy, so you should date me because I'm a fat ass. Yeah, no. No, that's not how that works. At all.
we know is that weight is not a good indicator of someone's health, and also your health is not an indicator.
Damn it. What didn't I say this? This is a culture of deception, a culture of lying. Yeah, very visual cue indicator of your health will definitely be your weight. The hell you talking about? You gonna be 350 pounds? I'm thinking of you the picture of health? Get the hell up out of here, man. Come on.
Of your worth. You can have health and body related goals for yourself that are not about fat phobia and not about weight loss. So let me give you an example. You might decide that you have a goal of.
See, what this is the most selfish, demonic, depraved type of mentality ever. I don't want to change a thing about me to attract a mate. And if you do, something's wrong with you. You know that scripture in the book, the Bible, that says, let the dead bury the dead? I think this is about what them type of lines mean.
Hiking a particular mountain in your area. Now, you would be engaging in different types of movement in order to achieve that goal. You may or may not lose weight in doing that. And in fact, there's lots of fat mountaineers and hikers. Yeah. Third bucket reason is that you might be facing extreme fat phobia and anti-fat bias in your own life, and you have personally mentally hit a wall where you can't deal with it anymore, and so you decide to intentionally lose weight. That is actually the Roxanne Gay, who is very tall. They are like 6 foot or 6'1", and prior to their weight loss surgery, they would have been categorized as a super fat. So being a super fat and being that tall comes with a particular type of physical accessibility challenge as well as anti-fatness. And so for that reason, Roxanne Gay elected to have weight loss.
No, damn it. It's only one, the physical accessibility challenge. Ain't no fat phobia in that. Being unhealthy, and you see how she tried to sidestep that? What you described, ma'am, is her being unhealthy. So she needed to get that weight chopped off her ass because she was unhealthy. She was killing her legs, killing her ankles, killing her knees, killing her back and her hips. And if she didn't want to sit up there and be bedridden by the age of 45, then she's going to have to get that weight up off her ass. To be 6 foot and weighing that, are you kidding? You damn straight you got to get it off. Because of health. Now, we have to segue here. Like I said, it all ties in. Speaking of health. Anybody remember this? Health, How about that old health? It's not about you, it's about other people. You got to do it for other people. And I'm not asking what's in the infusion. I'm not looking up the ingredients in the infusion. Sticking out my arm and taking it. And what that other brother come out and say, well, we got to, you want to be able to visit your family through the holidays, you're going to have to get the jab because, if you ain't getting the jab, then you can't go see your relatives now. Woo-wee. And now we have folks taking jizzabs and whatnot. And, you have to take a jab to play your professional sport. They even say teachers should tolerate bullying towards unjabbed children. Oh, and there, by the way, that's another football player that just fell dead this week at the age of 38. Oh, and again, Gangsta Boo also had, been part of the that no jabbing, no vucking type of wave for a minute. Can't help but notice, just can't, man, damn. This ain't cool, man. And, these people out here going through certain situations, this ain't good. That ain't good. Ain't nothing good about that. So I hope that young man is all right, because he only 24, man. That kid is just starting life. And, but when you have a sadistic, evil leadership in a country, then they tell you, hey, get this thing. And then you got world leaders who have conferences and speak about people as if they are not actually people, but they are just commodity or a nuisance sometimes. Just stuff like that. I'm just saying. But with that being said, here's another reel of things that have happened on the field of play since 2021. Just nothing to see here.
Sponsored by Pfizer. Anderson Cooper 36.
Yeah. Oh, and another. Man, kind of interesting. Damn. All of this just, whoop. And, oh. Funny how it's all happening in the same manner, isn't it? Heart attacks. Oh, wow. Damn. Oh, wow. The same thing. Oh, wow, man. Whoa. Oh, wow. I wonder, with all of those, all these different headlines, I mean, man, death notices are not or could never be considered to be misinformation. That's pretty interesting, though. I'm just saying. Oh, shit. Yeah. So with that real little quick clip, all of this is happening. What changed since 2020? On such a grand scheme that we would see some things like this happening now. I mean, it just kind of makes me wonder, what would you think would be, what comes to mind, family, for you? I mean, what has happened in 2021 and up to now that people would just, man, it's kind of weird, huh? Man, I can't think of what's happened.
Because, it underlies so many of the other problems. All these things we talk about wouldn't be a problem if there was the size of population that there was 500 years ago.
Oh, you don't say. Maybe I didn't hear you right the first time, ma'am. Could you repeat what you just said?
We cannot hide away from human population growth because, you know, it underlies so many of the other problems. All these things we talk about wouldn't be a problem if there was the size of population that there was 500 years ago.
Got it. I kind of see what you're getting at. I mean, if you just, wanted to rule the world like Curtis Lowe, I mean, totally get it. So you know what else you would also make sure to do is you would make sure that you put people in place to make sure that they heard that correct agenda and were led in the direction to make sure that agenda was aided at every turn. I mean, just
we train
general thinking.
Scientists around the world and some doctors on TikTok, and we had TikTok working with us. And these scientists who had virtually no following to start with got verified ticks. They started bringing people in their community into their labs, into their offices, and answering their questions, engaging with them. It really took off, and many of them became kind of like national media go-to advisors, and so.
I wonder if that wouldn't happen in, say, like things like Black relationships. Just food for that. Just food for thought. Here's some more. I mean, don't take my word for it. You might want to take theirs.
Mass extinction. But the UN had this meeting in 2010, and not one goal was met. Leading biologists warn that time is running out to slow the rate of extinction around the globe.
Which is exactly why the plenty of conflicts we've had it that the next few decades will be the end of the kind of civilization we're used to.
Last month.
Interesting, huh? People just falling out too. I mean, man, the Georgia Guidestones even blew up. Somebody blew up the Georgia Guidestones. Remember that? Last year, 2022. I guess you don't need them anymore. No more reference needed, huh? And I guess for those of us who maybe not have fell or succumbed to the propaganda part of that wave, they have a contingency plan, family, and they are running a test in Arkansas.
Greetings, everyone, citizens of Eudora. As you all are well aware, our city has been recently plagued with senseless acts of violence, which has led me to declare a state of civil emergency curfew, effective immediately for all citizens between the hours of 8 p.m. and 6 a.m. The only exceptions would be for medical emergencies and for employment. The loitering statute will be strictly enforced during this time, and a copy of that statute can be picked up at City Hall. Should you be caught during curfew hours, you will be subject to being stopped and searched. Other agencies have been contacted in order to assist with this endeavor. There will be a town hall meeting on Thursday, December 29th at 6 p.m. at the Commerce Building to give an update to all citizens about the recent acts of violence that have occurred in our city. Please, ma'am, please, sir, your assistance is greatly appreciated and it is needed. If you have any information that can be used towards a possible arrest, please contact Bill Sadler of the Little Rock, Arkansas State Police or call the Arkansas State Police tip hotline at 501-618-8000. Please help us bring these senseless acts of crime to a stop. Thank you.
That should concern y'all, family. Even more so. And so the last little piece of the puzzle of this particular story, starting with Hillary Clinton and ending with Klaus.
What speech, I mean, comprising so many such important issues. I just would like to highlight what you said about the European Chips Act, because it's an important step to create the physical brain for digitalization and to have it located to a certain extent in Europe. I also, your reference to the Klaprow report, Rome report, the forum at that time launched actually the Klaprow Rome report, but I think there's a big difference. At that time we spoke about the scarcity of minerals. Now we speak about the reduction of life conditions for humankind if we look at the need of the energy transition. And of course, in your last remark, I appreciate putting so much emphasis on.
That was a very slick way of saying the energy that they need is more important than the sustainable life. So if I'm not familiar who this gentleman, I use the word gentleman loosely, if y'all not certain who he is, I've shown y'all before when I've shown y'all the Bilderberg participants. This is the chairman of the board.
Now I have been part of global developments. Actually, humankind is much better off today, despite all the crises which we had. Just look at your country, how much it has eradicated poverty. And I could give you many other examples. For example, alphabetism was a big issue 50 years ago. Now it nearly has disappeared. We have life expectancy has increased on a global level by 12 years. So there are many, when we look back, we just can say the world has got better. And it will, if we don't destroy it, it will get better even in the future. I think that's the nature of human beings. But we have to
What is the nature of human beings?
The nature of human beings is to look in generational terms and to strive that the next generation is better off than we are off. And the means to do so change. Today, we need much more cooperation compared to the past because we are much more interconnected compared to the past.
cooperation. Translation, comply, or they have a FEMA camp for you. I mean, allegedly. So, like I said, we get too much into that night today. I just wanted to round it all out for you and let you understand that, because people often be like, oh, wish the Congress is this, is that. Not with this one. We ain't got people just falling out for nothing. This ain't by accident. Trust me. It's not by accident. You got all these folks over here. We just need to thin out the world. And, we even had less people on the planet. Then, we'd be so much better off because less people will always make sure that we better off because we need less people. And so here's one other way that I want y'all to see and look at another way they're trying to get less people. Buck breaking is seriously real. And this dude is a poster child of being buck broken.
Or the gentle man era that a number of black men are starting to move into. One, being a soft black man doesn't mean that you soft. Like, I know what y'all gonna try to do, and it's not what this means. Being a soft or a gentle black man.
Negro, the very first word in what you're pushing is soft. The hell you talking? Again, I keep telling y'all, this culture is lie culture. You understand me? Lie culture. Iron Monk Gordon, thank you for the CashApp, the donation, brother. I appreciate that. Peace, power, blessings, and protection be up on you and yours. Thank you so much. Still Kevin Tree said, moist? I don't know.
Means that you recognize that everything does not have to be done aggressively or violently. Being a soft or gentle black man also means that you place your self-care and your needs and what it is that's going on within your mental, emotional, and spiritual space first. You prioritize that. Being a soft or gentle black man means that you do not allow other people, namely other black men, to tell you what to do with your masculinity. You're more gentle with yourself. You don't allow another.
Oh. Oh. Oh, boy. And you were clearly raised by your mother. Don't let another man. So what happened is when you got around other men and they started trying to sharpen you, because iron sharpens iron. So, but you would know that if you was involved with other men like that. You sharpen up your skills. You slap box, all of this. You growing up with your kids, roughhousing, climbing trees, monkey bars, and all that shit. Dirt clod fights and some more shit that you probably shouldn't be doing. But, jumping off of roofs. First off, climbing on top of roofs. things that we did as children. But now he over here talking about gentle. It's like, boy, we couldn't wait to get off up in a tree. And especially here, like, we have plum trees. So shit, anybody ever been in a fruit tree? We're the best fruit in a tree. At the top. The higher you get, the more sun it get, the better it'll be. So shoot, we all up in them trees getting them plums. What y'all talking about? Will he be soft when someone pushes him? Well, what he's telling you is he already folded.
Black man to bully you into his performative masculinity. Being a soft or
performative masculinity. I'm assuming this might be one of them DC tea sippers. No slide on DC, but this nigga, he's a Love Jones nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, he one of them Love Jones niggas. I am divine. I am masculine. I am at the same time feminine. I am moist. Jesus.
Gentler black man means that you're learning how to pay attention to more detail and have more understanding, a deeper and more critical understanding of emotional intelligence, so that you don't just bull in the china shop every conversation that hurts your feelings. Do I have
Where did you just hear that line from? Funny. Huh. So they got your big soft ass to come out here and push the same line that crazy therapist was out there pushing that got her ass fired. And so here you come again. No, that line still sucks, dude. Hell no. So this isn't emotional awareness. Acting like a Birkenstocks wearing sucker ain't I mean, man, over here walking to his house and he over here playing old 1990 something videos of Lilith Fair. Over there, he got posters of Erykah Badu and Jill Scott and Angie Stone in his house. I got this blessing oil from Angie Stone. I mean, she's just so deep. Dummy.
I have an issue with using the word soft, but once again, I grew up in the 90s on the west side of Chicago. It's going to be a little misogyny left in there. But I still prefer to use the term gentle because it has less of a psychological aversion within my mind, and it helps me.
Jesus, he's from Chicago. Didn't I say he's a Love Jones nigga? My bad. Love Jones wasn't in D.C. Love Jones was based in Chicago. Damn. Didn't I just say he one of these Love Jones niggas? I'm from the west side of Chicago. Ah. Snaps. Your favorite movie, Love Jones, huh? Your second favorite movie, Have Plenty. I know I got some adults off up in here.
Internalize the idea more. So in my mind, soft and gentle are interchangeable. And a lot of us as black men are afraid to be softer or gentler because we believe that the only way for us to affirm our masculinity is through performing some type of laborious or difficult action.
Oh, man. I've had all that I could take. Family, no. Anybody pushing this type of line is trying to weaken you. And ladies, that shit might sound nice. I guess he figured Derek Jackson got took down a few pegs. So he might as well jump on in there, because I will say, sisters, y'all showed your ass, some of y'all, at the end of this year by still bringing up Kevin Samuels' death like it's something to celebrate. Kevin Samuels ain't said nothing negative to y'all. Kevin Samuels told y'all the truth. It may be an abrasive, but he didn't lie. Like, the shit that he said, for all intents and purposes, is correct. And if y'all was real, there's a whole lot of wives that be like, tell your single homegirls that. Y'all, because y'all be sitting up there like, he's so wrong. He's so wrong. I ain't say that. And y'all just be over there. You know why that woman's single. Up there lying to your friends. You're supposed to be a friend. You know exactly why she's single. Hey, all these men out here ain't no good. She got one. You ain't never asked what the difference between you and her was, though, did you? Woo! So we got two more videos to get to before we get up out of here tonight. Because I got to play this jump. And then I got to play. If y'all see my Twitter, I posted this video earlier today. But before we get to her, and I'll let her close it on out, we got to play this old sucker because there's a lot of these people. Trust me, family. All of these people going to start coming out the woodwork for all different reasons. So you got, okay, let's bring the soft men era. No. And then the fake soft woman era. No. And then you got the just little raunchy and Glorilla. They just got this girl out here opening her mouth about any damn thing. First off, young ladies, learn how to clean yourselves properly. Because you don't want to be up here with $30,000 in jewelry and shit stains in your drawers. Encourage your daughters. That ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it. Man, Glorilla out with Cocoa Streets. It's like, why the hell is she saying this? I wear dark underwear so you don't see shit stains. What? All right. All right. I guess you F-boy free, but you ain't all that clean. And then the whole song like, oh, I went celibate for a year after you whacked out the baby you had in you. Woohoo, boy, what a stellar win of virtue. Hallelujah. Y'all do know that's her name, right? And already done been to the hitman. Like I tell you, all them women you see on there, like that be blowing up, oh, they all been to the hitman. They done been to the Moloch altar. Then gave up the ghost. Wasn't they own, but you know, shit. That's why you always see all these other big stars. They always end up like losing a kid or losing a mother or people get gunned down and stuff like that. Shit. I guess that can always tell you the women that had actually not been to the hitman didn't have the option to, so they had to go another route. Jennifer. Anyway, let's get this dude. And I'm telling you.
Quit the unnecessary divisions. Africans see African Americans as well as other members of the diaspora as Africans. That don't mean it's kumbaya. It means we are part of the African family, whether or not you live on the continent or abroad. I will go even further and say African American, along with Caribbean and Afro-Latino culture, all are part of African culture. They are subsets unique to their own circumstances. And y'all can rep your culture. Because that's what makes African culture special.
You know, if I played everything I had tonight, we'd be here for a whole nother hour. So I'm going to end it with this last video and look out for another video from me tomorrow. Because it's going to have to be, I got another little part and I'm just looking at how I got it. It's like, oh, okay, well, I could just put all that together for you. So, yeah, we're going to play this last one in response to that particular individual. And again, y'all understand in Florida, in Texas, Arizona, and all these other places where you have white Hispanics, especially in Florida, they're like close the border. But when it come down to us, they're like, man, y'all men. And let me be ultimately absolutely clear. Foundational Black American is a lineage, not a group. We are practicing tribalism, just like everybody else does when it comes down to get their group what they need. So we are here to get what we need. And it is rightfully so that we get it now. We are long overdue, and we should not feel any kind of way for making everyone hear our plight. We owe no one nothing. Let's go get ours. So, with that being said, I'm going to play this sister's video in response to that last sidewalk sucker. Because, see, all that conversation is they want to use us for mules. So why don't you guys come up and speak? See, notice even when Haiti, right? When Haiti was going on, we need the African Americans. We need you Black Americans in America to speak up for us. Come help us. See, but then they come over here like, you guys never help anybody. You guys are lazy and this and that. But as soon as you want somebody to fight your damn battles, you call them for us. No damn more. Now listen to this sister explain it. And this is what I said on my tweet today. Family, understand, this lady right here is not Tariq Nasheed. She's her own person giving her own personal experience and testimony and view. I hope you will learn in the future to respect Black folks, that they have enough intelligence, because if they agree with a point or agree with more than one point with Tariq Nasheed or anyone else, they don't become a mindless zombie follower because you don't like the person to whom they agreed with. And I see a lot of that silly madness out here. And it's ending up to start to be dangerous, because what you're doing is labeling other Black individuals as hate groups. And we're all one big nigga out here. So if you want to hate Tariq Nasheed that much, if he's a hate group, guess what? That also means you. So if you don't want to get a billy club upside your head because it's not how you think, it's how they can use it against all Black people. Which, again, let me repeat, means you. Now listen to the sister, because this might help you understand it is a bigger problem out here. And for those of y'all who have not talked to those of us who have dealt with conversations with these disrespectful tethers, then you didn't want to know. And you only wanted to be a hindrance to the movement in the first place. 2023 is moving different. I hope y'all are getting the memo.
The ones that dislike African Americans, you have always wanted to make it seem like that we hate you guys just so much, when really it's the other way around. Because let's be honest, this shit is one-sided as a motherfucker right now. Because in our African American households, we were not taught to dislike people that look just like us, because that's dumb shit. But in your household, something else is going on. You guys are sitting at the table brainstorming slurs to call other people that look just like you. Is akata the word? And y'all thought y'all ate with that shit and you didn't. You definitely regurgitated. Because I didn't forget the trend where y'all got on this bitch and let us know how much your Black African parents hated your African American peers. And the crazy thing is, those same parents that call us those slurs are those same parents that filled out mountains of paperwork to get their asses over here on land that was built on the backs of our ancestors. The reason you are able to free roam here today. It's crazy, isn't it? And then I see some of y'all living in America talking about oh, America isn't that great. America isn't all that. You're right. Yet, you get on your knees begging and pleading your parents for mercy when they want to send you in the next box to Africa because you came in your curfew 2 minutes late. I've seen it. So, if we're going to be anything, let's be fucking for real.
Ain't that easy to understand? Ain't that easy to understand? A lot of us feel that way. Talk to the people. Don't worry about no Tariq Nasheed. Talk to the people and see if the people don't feel that way. Can't smoke screen it away. But here's the one thing that all of you will be responsible for. Being labeled a hate group, and anything you do in the future will also be lumped into that, no matter what you're told. And I do mean no matter what you're told. Some people have the tendency to fall into things of familiarity. It's a trick. It's a trap. And there's only one allegiance for an individual moving like that. And it ain't going to be you first. So I hope y'all keep your head on straight this year, because this is the focus of at least my lane in this Black empowerment movement.
Not only that, today many of these people are receiving millions of dollars in federal subsidies not to farm, and they are the very people telling the black man that he ought to lift himself by his own bootstraps. And this is what we are faced with, and this is the reality. Now, when we come to Washington in this campaign, we are coming to get our check.
Plain and simple. And before we go real quick, oh man, I just got a last minute picture. I guess that somebody has kind of stumbled up on a video of Stephen A. Smith and his woman. I guess they caught them up at one of those special moments. Check this out. Wow. Shout out to Stephen A. Smith. Babylon is fallen. Babylon is fallen. Let it fall and let us rise. Can you dig it?
That boy is good. Good and terrible.
Woo! Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. So y'all understand, man, we are bringing in this year with a bang. You hear me? And we are coming for our check. And if anybody doesn't understand, well, this is all I can say.
First was the controversial Reverend Jeremiah Wright.
I say America, America's mother, America's daddy, America can eat a dick, America can lick the balls.
So, you know, as we have with the Congressional Black Caucus doing a thing, we ain't gonna be pushed aside. We gonna be right here. We right here in the forefront. You ain't gonna just get rid of us. Well, for what? What y'all want to do? Because y'all ain't doing shit for the black community. So what are you there for? Well, we just gonna be there because we done been here. And okay, yeah, but you ain't doing nothing. And y'all just let HR 40 die while y'all was just screaming last year every chance you get. But now we were part of HR 40. HR 40. See, I was been, I've been 30 years. HR 40. Why the hell y'all fuck with me? HR 40. Man.
Got to watch these old niggas.
Never forget. So with that being said, anybody that's telling you right now that you still should be worried about what the Democrats are talking about, nah.
Tree nigga.
Just got to be like that sometimes. Can you dig it? So make sure you follow me at Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at beatzillapdx. You can follow me on Patreon and 6 zeros at beatzillapdx official, and then at Melanated People at Michael Beatzilla Whitmore. And I know Melanated People is kind of changing up the things. I guess they must have switched over their data type of deal, so it kind of looks different. And it looks like hopefully they'll restore everything about my page, because right now, as of now, it just looks like a blank start over page. I don't know what the hell happened. But nonetheless, Melanated People. And you can email me at ourrealtruth@gmail.com. That's ourrealtruth@gmail.com. And of course, if you feel so inclined to put some money in the bucket by way of donation, you definitely can do so at CashApp, $beatzillapdx. That is CashApp, $beatzillapdx. And we have PayPal, which is Zilla Muzak. That is ZILLAMUZAK at PayPal. Of course, we also have Super Thanks. So if you are watching the replay, please leave a comment, like and share, and subscribe if you have not already done so. And please go ahead and share this on your social media, by the way. So, share. You can tweet it. You could put it on Facebook. You could text somebody that might want to, might like to cut my jib. You can send them on over here. I'd appreciate that. So with that being said, I believe I will be having something. I'm going to do something tomorrow. It'll be a short video because there's just some things I saw that was super funny, but pertinent. So we have to talk about it because we're starting with, like I said, we're moving into the next phase of the ways of them and both sides. I do mean Democrat and Republican trying to pander to get us to basically go along without getting anything. And that day is over with. We're not doing that no more. So with that being said, family, this is how we are bringing in the new year. And if anyone steps to you about your reparations claim, telling you that you don't have any business and I wasn't here and all of these people and you would never say, man, tell you something. You might need to handle your business from time to time. And after such, you might just have to do it like this.
Teach a man how to squabble. Get that trigger next time, nigga.
Velly Ray in the house. I see what's going on, man. Stay diligent and stay safe, Cyberdyne said. Absolutely. So yeah, man. Also, look out in the future too. Me and my partner Black Alpha Network, we're thinking of doing something with the Certified Truth. So be on the lookout for that. But again, also shout out Miss Giselle, because she had a space the other day, and she got with a few of the family, and they came up with this state and federal plan. Of course, right here. And again, I just look at this, one of them add-on type of situations, because we need to start manufacturing our own legislation. So, of course, you already knew right here, I've written the Dr. Martin Luther King Reparations Act. And then, now we have 16 days to MLK, because I immediately perceive that we should, they always want to attach his name to everything. I think this would be the thing to attach his name to. What's going on, my brother Will? I see in the chat. So yeah, right there. But also look out for this video though, because we got to talk about this. So I got this one. Look out for this tomorrow. We're gonna have a little quick chop up about this. Yeah, we got to chop it up about old Kamala and her collard greens. Jeez. And then also, so yeah, there's another video I will play. I will use that hand in hand with that. So look out for that tomorrow. Probably be all of 15, 20 minutes. I'm guessing because of course I haven't recorded it yet, but look out for that tomorrow. It's Judah Queen said nasty. There's a picture of her, I guess, before somebody enlightened her what actual collard greens look like. And she's in a picture with husband holding what appears to be a bunch of, and when I say a bunch, not like a bunch, I mean a bunch of parsley along with a bunch of cilantro. And they're saying greens. I was like, oh, somebody must have got to her hella quick. Simone Sanders, you wasn't fast enough, baby. You needed to catch her before she posted that pic. Lord. It's like, that's parsley. That's parsley and cilantro. Like, you just went into the store and just like, oh, this look right. I'll take it. So, because, you know, sometimes the signs in the stores be in the wrong places. So she probably sitting right there and parsley, collard green, there you go. Damn it. So, yeah, we got to rap about that tomorrow. Oh, Lord. But once again, thank y'all for being here on the midweek report. This is the first midweek report of the year 2023, bringing in this year. And the video that I played at the very beginning, I will make that available. So you guys want to just look at that again if you want to. You know, it's up to you, but I will make that available and y'all can enjoy that as well. So with that being said, we will be back. Look out for the video tomorrow. Make sure you set your notification bells to all so you will not miss the notification for the next video. So with that, y'all have a blessed night. Stay safe, stay vigilant, stay alive, stay black. And always around here, you know what we do. We keep our smooth stones at the ready, as well as our slingshot. Because you know what? At the end of the day, though, it might only require one. Because we slang the stone of truth around here. Can you dig it? So black first, black first, black first. Shalom, y'all.
When you know who Satan is, yes, sir, you don't have to kill him. No. The stone of truth. Yes. See, that's what you throw. Yes, right. Allah says, had we wished to take a pastime from before, surely we would have done it. Nay, we cast truth at falsehood till we knocked out its brains. Every one of you that knows the truth, stand up and tell it from the mountaintop. Black people can't take it no more. So wherever you are on the job, in the factory, I don't care where you are. If you know the truth, stand up on the truth and tell Satan, who the hell are you to try and pick my friends? Farrakhan is God's man, and you are from the enemy of God. So to hell with you. Stand up on it like a man.